careful on your heels. Okay.
I said thank you. Gosh.
I said it first. With love.
With flub?
With love.
It's Whiskey Wednesday. Welcome to the channel. We're the Whisky Wimps. I'm Brian.
I'm Matt.
And today we're doing blind tasting of 4 different expressions of Maker's Mark. My wife Hillary, as you saw, was just in here pouring them, so we don't know. She wrote down which one is A, B, C, and D. Right here, Matt has the same A, B, C, D. We don't know which one's A, blah, 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 which one's which. It's a blind tasting. We have no idea. We got a nice bright sun coming in. It's nice. We like it. I like it. He likes it.
I like it.
Whether he likes it or not.
I get my tan on.
We're gonna see if we can pull out which one is which. And the 4 that we have here, we've got the regular Maker's Mark, which Maker's Mark is the first wheated whiskey, wheated bourbon that we are reviewing here on the Whisky Wimps.
You also know that it's also the first whiskey named by a woman?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's interesting. The Maker's Mark, they have a pretty cool history. Vodka and all those different clear spirits were coming on the scene, and like all the whiskey companies were starting to make light whiskey to acclimate to the market and be able to sell, you know, and compete with vodkas and all those clear spirits. Maker's Mark said, we are gonna make premium whiskey and we're gonna charge more for it. We're not going light, we're going full whiskey. So I got a lot of respect for Maker's Mark for taking that stance at that time. Now, what a wheated bourbon is most mash bills, the common mash bill for a bourbon, obviously, is these 51% corn, and then you got some rye and barley as the next 2. So this is a 70% corn, is that right? 70% corn, 16% soft winter red wheat in place of the rye, and then barley. And that's what makes a wheated bourbon, is that they replace the rye with wheat instead. And you can kind of think of the different notes that you would get, you know, eating like somebody explained to me like this, which made a lot of sense. Like, how does rye bread taste versus how does wheat bread taste? Like, rye is a little more sharp, or has a little bit more of a bitter kind of spicy note, where wheat is a little more kind of soft and sweet, which is true of wheated bourbon. Things like Weller, things like Pappy are some classic wheated bourbons. I enjoy wheated bourbon. It's gonna be fun to try and like pull out all the different flavors and see if we can tell the difference between all these. Again,
This one I think is gonna be hard.
You think that one's gonna be hard?
I think
or
this
just in general.
In general is gonna be hard.
Because it's all the same mash bill.
Exactly.
there's literally the same. So Maker's Mark is made by the Beam Suntory Company. So same company that makes Jim Beam and all of our favorites, our Bookers. And but Maker's Mark is the distillery, and that's about all we need to know. This is the proof is a little different. You got 90 proof. Hillary did not screw the lid all the way back on that. The funny thing is that all of the Maker's Marks are screw tops, even though they got, with the exception of the 46. And
just the cork.
This is the only cork in the group, but I think it is cool they do the hand-dipped red wax.
Each one is individually hand-dipped, and each one is individually, the label is put on the front.
All right, got the cap back. We're good.
We're good.
So this is the cask strength. So cask strength, of course, means they didn't water it down. They just took it straight out of the barrel at that proof that it came out, which happens to be 110.4 proof. Versus, what was this, the 90 for the regular makers?
Yeah.
And then here we got the limited release 101 proof.
And then we got the 46.
And 46 is not the proof.
No, it's 94 proof, but it's the 46.
Or even the percent. Yeah, it's the stave profile. So they take like 10 French oak staves and put them in the barrel to finish. They char them, put them in the barrel to give it a little different, the French oak instead of just the American oak.
Yeah, they charge the French oak. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what we got. We're gonna start with number A. I'll put a little text and an arrow up here so you know, we won't know while we're tasting, but you guys will know which one we're tasting and nosing as we're tasting and nosing it.
Shall we?
Number A.
Number A. Number A. Oh man.
Yeah, it's wheated bourbon.
It's wheated bourbon. Did you know that their original recipe, they burned it because it was too strong?
I can tell you what it's not. This is not the cask strength.
I'm gonna turn these around a little bit so I can at least. 46.
This is completely like blind guess, but I'm gonna guess that this is the 101. After we taste them all, maybe I'll readjust. But right off the nose, which is sweet. It's got some light fruit notes, not dark fruit like a raisin, but like. What did you get on the nose?
I'm also looking on color too.
Some classic bourbon. I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell much difference in color because
I'm hoping I can.
I don't know. They're They're all very similar color. There's really not much difference at all in the color.
Well, I see this one here is a little bit lighter. B is a little bit lighter to me.
Okay, well maybe B is the. If that's the case, then I'm gonna guess that B is this without even tasting it. That B is just the regular makers. I think that might be right. I'm moving on to B. Sorry.
Did you taste A first?
I did. I tasted A. It's got wheated bourbon, like I said, soft, nice and sweet, and easy, smooth, not offensive whatsoever. It's got those classic bourbon notes, caramels, vanillas, toffees. The slight hint of nuttiness, not even anything like a Booker's or
No,
like a Bean.
it doesn't have that kind of nuttiness to it.
I think it's that wheat that beats that back. But I'm going on to B. Which, I'll tell you right now, all of these.
I'm moving on to B right now.
Anyway, they all have a similar.
Don't jump ahead now.
They all have a similar because it's all the same mash bill,
Yeah.
made at the same distillery, and the only difference really is proof. Where the difference between these three really, the only thing is proof, and that one has the French oak stave. So that one should be easy to tell apart from these three.
It should be. It should have a little bit more smokiness to it.
I'm gonna say
I'm saying B is.
That's where I'm at too.
Yeah.
You like just because you pointed out the lightness, which it is the lowest proof of the four, and it kind of has that more. There's a little bit more of that thinner. It's a little thinner.
It's a little thinner. I hate to say watered down, but it's.
Well, that's what it literally is.
Yeah, but I hate to give it that term watered down.
But it's literally watered down. Just call it what it is. It's watered down. Okay, right off the nose, I'm getting the French oak on the nose on this right off the bat. I don't know how I'm doing that, but I'm getting it. French oak staves. I'm saying off the nose, this is the 46. And I think I'm being so confident with it that you're just gonna bend to my will.
No, I'm gonna smell the other one now. So yeah, no, that one has a different smell to it.
This one is, the nose is...
It's definitely the 46.
It's the French oak. That's French oak. It almost has like a little bit of
It's sweet. It's sweet off the nose.
Deep, but they're all kind of sweet off the nose. This is like a deep, freaking cars driving up our driveway all day long. What is going on?
Don't they know we're taping?
Oh, maybe it's a friend. So, like a raisin note, like a deep raisin, almost like a Speyside Scotch type of raisin note in there. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. Is the 46.
That's definitely the 46.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this a little. Let's move on to what I'm assuming now, based off process of elimination,
It's the
is
101.
the cask strength.
Cask
no.
strength.
My guess was that.
No, sorry, cask strength. Yeah.
What was I saying? Was this the 101? I was saying. What did I originally? I don't remember what I said.
You said that
originally.
101.
I said that B was 101, and I said
No. B was the original.
Oh, B, right. B was this, and I said A was the 101.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a bit more syrupy on the nose than the others. Like a little more dense, more syrupy. There's a little bit of a like not maple, but syrup.
Maple syrup?
Like molasses compared to the other three.
Waffles.
A little more heat.
Yeah.
A little more of that spice.
I'm getting more spice.
From the extra proof being the cask strength. I'm going to go.
I'm going the
I'm going to
same.
say 100%. I feel confident.
Yeah.
I feel confident. I'm going to go ahead and say that I feel confident about
All my selections
all
so
of
far?
my selections. I'm going to say that
A
A is the 101.
is 101. B is the
B is the
original.
original makers. B is the straight makers. C is the 46. D is the cask strength. Now, if we're correct, okay, well, let's just pull up the book.
All right.
We've made, these are our final
answers.
Final answers.
It's funny, we were both getting the same answer, but yeah.
I feel like I'm influencing you.
You're not really. No, because I got the same notes, all right. Did she take it with her?
No, it's in here. It's in this book. Okay. A is the 101. B is the regular. C is 46. D is the cask. Nailed it. Nailed it. Ugh. What you want? What you want? We got this.
Get me fired up right now. Woo!
Hey,
Yeah.
everything is better with whiskey. You got that 4 cheers? You got it? Get that 4 cheer. Come on.
With friends.
We just wanted to bring it back real quick. There's a couple things we forgot to mention. We wanted to rate them, our own, where we stand on them personally, as far as which one we like the best. I am the 101 and the 46. With the 101 coming in first, 46 coming in second, cask strength coming in third, and the regular makers coming in fourth as far as a rating.
For me, I'm 46 all the way as my number one, then 101, then cask strength, and then the regular.
Yeah, so we're on the same page, except we got the 101 and the 46 flipped. I like the 101, but to me the 101 is a little bit smoother and has a little bit more of a syrupy, like on a pancake.
I get what you're saying with that one. The 46 for me, what brings me back to it is coming off the nose, it's really good, and then down the palate is really good. And for me, like for whiskey, if I'm gonna come back to it consistently throughout the night, I want to be able to smell it, enjoy it, and then go down the palate the same way. And let's also show what we're showing off next month.
Next month, we're starting off with some Sam Houston 14. Fantastic. Just wait. You can't. And also next month, we're going to be tasting our first Irish whiskey on the channel.
Yes.
Irish whiskey on the channel. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
We love you all.